Hello and welcome to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be the first of a best of 5 series. This is going to be the ever so elusive Grand Finals of the YSL that was played in April about 5 to 6 months ago. Yeah, you can tell I wouldn't call this like passion project per se. I've just been extremely lazy, to be fairly honest. So it's the basic reason why it took me this long to actually finish casting this, and I didn't even finish fully casting it because some replays were missing. But anyway, I expect to see a human vs night elf to be finishing off this series. In the top left of the map we have Tho spawning in as the red night elf player. He is going to be playing an off race. He's, you know, generally just a human player, but he is facing off against Infi, who is a human player himself, and that generally activates the rule of Tho, who will off race against mirror matches. Can't say I know the reason why. There should be a reason, but I can't exactly find it. So anyway, late Altar of Elders indicates it is most likely going to be a tavern hero. Now to the decision in which one, yeah, let's just let time decide that. Archmage is going to be coming out as the first hero for Infi, who is going to be spawning as the blue human player in the bottom left. Alright, Mercenary Camp. It looks like Tho might be losing himself that Shadow Priest if that peasant gets it first. So far he isn't doing much. I guess the timer, but I generally won't believe it, since now's the time where mercenaries are usually hired up. We are massing up on a couple of archers. We have the Beastmaster coming out as the tavern hero of selection. Pretty standard, to be fairly honest. If it's not the Beastmaster, it's either the Panda or the Dark Ranger, and it's usually the Beastmaster like 7 out of 10 times. 2 out of 10 it's the Panda, and then 1 out of 10 is the Dark Ranger. So anyway, it does look like creeping might be delayed a little bit, since the Beastmaster is kind of preoccupied elsewhere. Of course, he is going to try and get off as many kills as possible. He did take advantage of the militia creeping of Infi. Thankfully, he's able to pick up 2 peasants so far, and it looks like number 3 will follow. So yeah, nice set of kills right there for him. But of course, the Archmage did, I guess, get some experience off killing one of those cool beasts. Alright, Agent of War creeping will begin. We do have a fair amount of archers, and yeah, a fair amount of archers might give away what Tho might be going for. Is he going to go for an expand, or is he going to go for tech? That answers that. It's going to be tech. So yeah, it might just be like, what is it, a straight jump into double Ancient of Laws. Usually if you go Huntresses, which obviously you can't do if you mass archers, if you go mass Huntresses, you would generally find yourself taking up and expanding at the same time. I guess it kind of delays tier 2 units, not necessarily the tech itself, more like the double Ancient of Law units themselves are massing up. So yeah, so far in this case we are going to have early tier 2, probably early Ancient of Laws as well, but we have yet to see if that's entirely the case, because there is no Hunter's Hall out. And very close to level 3 on the Beastmaster. Of course the question is always, what is he going to take at level 3? Is he going to go for the Thunderhawk, or is he going to go for that Frenzy Beast? It could be the Thunderhawk, but again, I don't want to guess incorrectly. We are gonna go for an expand first for Infi, so maybe Thunderhawk, maybe Frenzy Beast. I mean, both options are not horrible, but it is gonna be Frenzy Beast. That's gonna be rather painful for those footmen, to be fairly honest. Of course, the Thunderhawk is also painful as well, but it kind of gets killed off a little too easily by the Archmage and Elementals. Alright, here we go. The main expand, not main base only has an arcane tower, but it does have a fairly strong wall of arcane towers. But it is going to be mass repaired when focus fired by those archers. Yeah, he's kind of almost bit my tongue over there. Huh, gotta be careful about that. We're gonna have a Frenzy Beast coming out coming in the wall. Arcane Tower might fall as, well, either Infi runs out of resources or the damage is just a little too quick. It looks like the damage part is going to be the case. Of course, actually never mind, it looks like the repair was also true, since lumber was definitely a problem. So yeah, a lot of resources actually expended to try and keep that arcane tower alive. That might have hurt Infi possibly in the long run, but I mean, it totally depends on if you can get anything going in this skirmish over here. He was able to pick up 2 archers himself. The panda is going to come out as the second hero of choice for Tho, so that is going to be, again, like, very bad news for those footmen. Another footman falls. We do have Tree of Ages. We do have no Ancient of Laws. So strange. He's going Huntresses. Okay, I look like an idiot now, because, like, Tho's not going exactly how I have predicted. I mean, he's completely neglected to go tier 2 buildings. He's gonna go for them now, but why bother training up Huntresses now? I mean, he's only got 1. Really questionable decision here from Tho. Like, I don't know. I would have expected Tree of, like, Ancient of Laws to pop up as soon as Tree of Ages finished, but not really. Tho did waste a little bit of resources in trying to hire up a Huntress at that, so very questionable. Of course, Ancient of Lore is done very soon, the first one at least. The second one will follow eventually, but I don't know. I think the advantage is not so much an advantage anymore. The main base will be, I guess, alleviated of pressure for now. The expand, however, is going to take the next attack from Tho. No Breath of Fire available for the panda, of course. The feedback damage is, of course, very, very difficult to deal with. TP scroll is going to be used to try and defend rapidly, but of course Tho should, if he's smart, just run away. I mean, don't fight this. He's completely battle scarred right now. He has yet to, like, recover from this. I have no idea why he's fighting. Like, this is so stressful to deal with. Like, this is exactly like how Yumiko threw his game against Shishi, to be fairly honest. Was it Shishi or was it Infi? I can't remember. It was so long ago. But still, why is Tho, like, fighting? No, just like no, don't fight. Like, seriously, he is getting absolutely demolished by footmen alone. If that happens and you're tier 2, there's gotta be something wrong. You just have to go back to base, heal up, and all that nonsense. But right now he's just completely wasting his time. He's literally throwing away his game right here. God, so stressful. I'm like, maybe some of you guys are pointing out some points in why Tho's doing this. I honestly can't see it, to be fairly honest, because he's I don't know, he's done absolutely nothing. He's got a Panda out second, but he hasn't done any, he hasn't put any effort into training him up and making him as potent as a Panda should be. He's still level 1. I mean, come on. Like, he's tossing out Breath of Fires. Look at that. It barely does any damage anymore. Ugh, it's just so stressful. Plus, he's got Dryads against Footmen who have to defend. Like, you should be training up bears, or at least a couple of bears, to be fairly honest. Like, messing up Dryads might not be that smart. Of course, that's probably like the least problematic thing that I've seen from Tho this game so far. The most questionable thing was, why the hell did he keep fighting? I mean, come on. I mean, level 4 Archmage versus level 2, level 3 Beastmaster. Hero advantage is not so quite in Infi's favor just yet, but I mean, economic-wise, Infi's literally been farming, mining off of 2 bases forever now, and like, Tho did try and attack the other base. I mean, he burned a TP scroll for it. That was very good, but like, losing a couple of units, as well as the Panda as well, just horrible in my opinion. We do have the Thunderhawk finally, so we'll be able to pick off these Footmen much more easily than, I guess, last time. But I don't know. I mean, Tho's maybe gonna win this one, but he's made such questionable decisions in my personal view. He's gonna go tier 3 now, so he's gonna most likely start his production on Druids of Claws. I mean, about time. But still, I don't know. I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm being a little too harsh on Tho. Maybe it's just because he's such a dominant player. Like, all I do is praise him. Maybe I'm trying to, like, just go out of my way to try and nitpick off of his play. But still, I mean, so far he is making me look not so great, because he is, I guess you could say he is winning right now. But still, would like Tho to be punished for his mistakes, to be fairly honest. And I'm pretty sure Infi is the player to punish Tho for making those mistakes. I mean, it's the reason why Infi went to the winners bracket and Tho didn't. Mounting out second hero for Infi. He does have a couple of ivory towers, and he may be looking to expand. Tree of Ages coming out for Tho, however, so he does have plans as well of expanding himself. This rock golem camp is going to be cleared out by Tho, so nice pickup here. I mean, this is what I wanted. Just the Panda to level up as much as possible and be devastating, because at one point he will be obsolete. As in, you know, Spellbreakers will come in and Panda will be irrelevant. But that might not be the case, as Infi's going Castle Tech. He is going a couple of workshops as well, so let's just hope Infi didn't actually take a couple of things from Yumiko's book and, you know, see the desperation and maybe go for siege tanks, because, you know, that might be a little. I mean, this is the grand finals for YSL. You're gonna go like siege tanks. Either way, massive Goblin Sapper hit right there in the main base, able to destroy the Arcane Vault, a couple of farms and towers. Where is Yumiko's army? Is this it? He does like a couple of militia, like double heroes and a footman. This might be problematic. Castle Take is nearly done, but Tho is dealing the hurt right now, and it looks like the Archmage is the next target. Slow Poison it's not effective enough to keep the Archmage like bound by Tho's control. So yeah, it looks like Infi will be able to live for quite a while now, or at least until, you know, the next attack occurs. But anyway, the expand doesn't look like it's being placed down. We do have a couple of towers down though, so at least I guess it might delay it a little bit, but you know, it's only for a couple of seconds, I think. +1 attack upgrades is going right now for Tho. His bears and drides will hopefully deal a little more. So yeah. So far Tho, aside from like the early rant I did, he is now playing much more better, I think. Even though that's double positive, which I don't like. Much better. That's the two words that I want to use. And oh dear, Infi, who is gonna read the magical tome of Yumiko, is going siege engines. Well, that's gonna be a thing. Paladin's coming out as the third hero, but will those siege engines be ready, as Tho is going to be attacking right about now, and the Paladin, sure, he might be able to come out in time, but will he be able to perhaps live? I guess he will. It doesn't look like Tho has shown any interest of focus firing the Paladin. He's attacking the Altar of Kings, which is a little bit weird. I mean, you just saw the third hero pop out. Why bother rushing that down? I guess it's to like prevent heroes from being revived, but to be honest, you could have just killed the hero and then went for the altar. Anyway, Paladin's gonna pretty much die at level 1. I guess you expected that to happen. Mountain King did drink a health pot, of course, but I mean, he's level 1. He really can't do anything. He's got a couple of storm bolts available, but he's actually out of mana. Never mind. Where's the Archmage? I don't know what the Archmage is, to be honest. He's actually at the expand doing a couple of harassments, I guess. I mean, it pushed Tho back enough to worry about defending instead of destroying the main base. We do have a couple of siege engines finally making their move. Oh damn, this is where the very, very annoying things happen, as Tho struggles to deal with these siege engines. I mean, like, it's very, very frustrating trying to deal with these guys because they are fortified and they deal a lot of hurt back at buildings. The only way you could even hope to, I guess, counter these guys is maybe build a bazillion Ancient of Wars, but even that costs resources. You could go ballistas, but I don't know, ballistas still takes a little bit of time to destroy those siege engines. So you understand this predicament right now? Yeah, it's very bad for Tho, I think, and I don't know if Tho can actually base race this at all. I think what Infi should do is maybe mass up on those siege engines instead of like sending them out one by one. 2 by 2 is, I guess, a little better. We did see that very first siege engine finally getting destroyed after 2 Moonwells. Imagine what would happen if, I guess, 2 siege engines popped up. Well, you don't have to imagine anymore, since that is going to happen. Anyway, Beastmaster did take quite a bit of damage. He's going to TP out along with the remainder of the army. Is that level 6 on the Archmage? That is not. That is going to be level 5. But the Mountain King, wow, he's able to pick up a kill. And GG from Tho, actually. That is going to be game. As you can see, the score was fairly close. But I think the one and only reason Infi was able to stay in this game was the fact that he mined a lot of gold. That's it. Anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one. Yeah, I might get a little bit of flack for sending my own flag though, but those kind of things kind of agitated me, so I just wanted to point that out. I'll see you guys in game 2. Take care.